They are definitely beautiful places, but living there is rather pricey for your average earner. Can you imagine paying $9.45 for a loaf of bread? Or more than $2,000 on rent for a one-bedroom apartment? Well, that's the reality of many people that live in the world's most expensive cities. Let's take a look at which metropolises made the list in 2020. It's easy to imagine that a city full of movie stars and celebrities is not very affordable. While the movie elite in Los Angeles lives in multi-million-dollar mansions in Beverly Hills and other prime areas, the ordinary citizen needs on average $2,233 to afford a one-bedroom apartment in other areas. Cities in California have become even less affordable in recent years. Housing costs have continued to skyrocket, and the cities are suffering an unprecedented homelessness crisis. Among the reasons, specialists point out the price of land and labor in the state. Sharing the fifth spot of our top list with Los Angeles is Copenhagen. The Danish capital is not only famous for its high prices, but also for its quality of life. Denmark ranked number 2 on the 2020 World Happiness Report. The citizens of Copenhagen might live in one of the most expensive cities in the world, but they also enjoy the benefits of one of the most efficient welfare states. Workers pay around 55% in taxes and in return, enjoy free healthcare, education, and many social programs. Maybe high prices are not that important when the basics you need are guaranteed by the state. What do you think? Next on the list is Geneva. The second biggest city in Switzerland hosts the highest number of international organizations in the world, including a major United Nations office and the International Red Cross. The city has a very large expat community. People from all over the world work and live there. All of this contributes to the prices and ranks the city among the most expensive in the world. Sharing the same place on the list with Geneva is the Big Apple. New York is probably the leading financial center in the world and a city with a diverse array of businesses and industries. In 2020, a loaf of bread in the city cost on average $9.45. 113 billionaires reside there. That is a world record. According to the financial services company Go Banking Rates, a New Yorker needs an annual salary of $219,000 to be happy. That's a lot. Maybe that's why they are famous for being cranky? Number 3 on the list is Osaka. The Japanese city is actually number 1 when it comes to personal computer prices. In 2020, a computer cost on average $1,828. That's $114 more than in the second-place city, Tehran. Osaka has suffered from the coronavirus pandemic. Consumer prices in the city stagnated, and the Japanese government subsidized costs such as public transport in 2020. The city slipped 4 points on The Economist ranking last year. Maybe the Japanese city is becoming more affordable? Sharing the same spot on the list is Tel Aviv. The Israeli city, famous for its sunny promenade and nightlife, is also among the most expensive in the world. A night out for 2 people in a mid-range restaurant cost on average $92.26. But don't worry too much if you are planning to visit. You will always be able to find a cheap and delicious falafel stand around the corner. Singapore slipped 1 spot down the list in 2020, holding on to the second place. The city-state is famous for its exorbitant prices and has topped the list several times. But the 2020 corona pandemic hit the city very hard. Prices fell as foreign workers left in masses. It was the first year since 2003 that the overall population contracted. The result was a decline in demand as well as deflation. The scenery of the Hollywood blockbuster Crazy Rich Asians became a little bit more affordable for the not-so-crazy rich. Topping the list, there's a 3-way tie: Paris, Zurich, and Hong Kong. 2020 saw cities across America, Africa, and Eastern Europe become more affordable, while Western European cities became more pricey, mainly because of the rise of European currencies against the dollar. The French capital is often associated with glamour, luxury, haute couture, and much more. Paris also became a talking point among series watchers in 2020, as Netflix debuted its hit show Emily in Paris. The show immediately became the subject of a lot of discussions. How was it possible that the main character could afford such a lavish lifestyle with an Eiffel Tower view from her apartment? The actor Lucas Bravo, who plays Emily's love interest in the series, said the show portrays a very narrow slice of Parisian life. Touché. With the city getting more expensive every year, he's got a point. Very few would be able to move there and afford a life like Emily's with lots of eating out, bars, parties, and expensive clothes. Well, the over 49,000 Parisians with a net worth of over $5 million certainly can. The other European city topping the list is Zurich. The banking center is known for its crazy prices and high standard of living. For example, having a meal in a mid-range restaurant, a couple will spend no less than $125 on average. Research shows that 7.5% of the Swiss population are millionaires. Most reside in Zurich. The presence of so many millionaires plays a big role on the high prices of the Swiss city. Last but not least, sharing the top spot is Hong Kong. Famous for its population density, the former British colony has a huge real estate problem. In fact, it is considered the world's least affordable housing market. And although the rise in real estate prices has slowed down somewhat in recent years, it is still a lot higher than in the rest of the world due to the skyrocketing growth of the last decades. The situation is so crazy that a parking spot was once sold for a staggering $664,000. Yep, just a parking spot, not the apartment. Hong Kong is well known for being Asia's biggest financial center. It attracts businesses from all over the world and many international companies have a presence there. That fact, of course, attracts well-paid people, usually expats. This obviously also plays a role in pushing prices up. So that's it for this video. We hope you enjoyed learning more about the world's most expensive cities to live in. Since you made it to the end, stick around, click into our other videos and keep watching. We hope you liked our video and subscribe to our channel.